Okay, now we are going to enter into the last phase of your P1 trigonometric equations. Okay. Now look at these equations here. For example, if you look at question number 9, especially in question number 8, you only have to take the square root of both the sides. Okay, let me do this one part quickly. Question number 8, part A. So when you take the square root, bacho, you have to remember that when taking the square root, let me just have some area over here for these questions. Um, okay. Now look at this question number 8. Okay. This is 4 cos square x, that is equal to 1. So your cos square x is equal to 1 over 4. When you take the square root, now this is a very, very common error mistake here, that you people forget to write the plus minus thing. Okay. So when you take the square root, whenever you take even the even root, like you take the 4th root or the square root or the 6th root, you have to write the plus minus with your equation. So when you write this plus minus, this will tell you that, oh yes, now this cos is going to be in all the 4 quadrants, because in these 2 quadrants your cos is positive, in these 2 quadrants your cos is negative. Okay, so because of this plus minus, this x is going to be in all the 4 quadrants. Okay, है ना? तो मेरे बच्चों, again we know that when do we have cos half, that is 60. Okay, so this is 60, this is 60. Please always mark this angle with the x-axis. Okay, so your x is going to be 60, 120, 240 and 300 degrees. Okay, so when you have a square, you take the square root. Remember, you have to write the plus minus with your, whatever you have after taking the square root. Okay, now you look at this question number 9. Okay, for question number 9, there is an identity that you people need to remember. Let me just make some space here for this working, and then I do at least 2 parts from this question number 9. Acha bacho, please remember, you guys have studied that your tan x is basically sin x over cos x. Okay, and I remember I also have told you that sin square x plus cos square x, that is equal to 1. Have I told you about this? I have. Okay, so from this you have 2 more, like this is called an identity, that this is going to be always true. Like whatever the value of x you put in into this relation here, your result will always be equal to 1. Okay, you can check this. Now this sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x, and your cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x. So just remember these identities to be able to, now these are basically question number 9. These are more like the exam standard questions. Okay, now 9a. 9a is, this is 2 sin square x plus sin x minus 1 equal to 0. If you compare with this 9a with the other 3 parts of this question, you will see that we should be happy about this equation, 2 sin square x plus sin x minus 1. Why should we be happy about this equation? Huh? Because all of your equation has got just one musibat in it, that is sin x. Okay, there are not more than 1 problems for us. Okay, so we only have to find the value of sin. Now this is up to you. You can right away do that Milton breaking. You can apply the quadratic formula, but many weak-hearted people, they just they prefer to suppose that this sin x is equal to y. Okay, I'm telling you, you can directly factorize this. You can directly apply the quadratic formula. but I'm just going to give the formula for the weaker people like me, okay? So this is going to be 2y square plus y minus 1 equal to 0. Now again, you can apply the quadratic formula. You can do that middle term breaking, okay? So this is time saving. If you can factorize this, this is 2y square plus 2y minus y minus 1 equal to 0. If you're weak in middle term breaking, so there is also a video on middle term breaking, especially for you people. You can check that, okay? So you should be very good at this middle term breaking. So this is minus this, okay? And this is y plus 1 into 2y minus 1 equal to 0. So you have y equal to minus 1 and you have y equal to half. Now you put this y back as sine x, okay? So now we have this sine x. I think I should use black, okay? So this sine x is either minus 1 or this sine x is going to be half. We know that where is sine minus 1? 270 because sine 90 पे 1 होता है, and so you can, without using a calculator, you can write it down sine like 270. If you use your calculator for this, your calculator will be giving you minus 90 for this. Do check this. If you find sine inverse of minus 1, you will get a minus 90. So that can be confusing for you. So you just remember that sine is minus 1 at 270 degrees. So we have just one value for this. And again, good students know that where is your sine half? And it is positive in the first two quadrants. And we know that sine 30 is half, okay? So your x is going to be 30 degrees and 150 degrees. So by combining this, we have altogether three answers to this. X is equal to 30, 150, and 270. These are the three solutions to this equation. Do we have any question? What is a new thing that you learned in this kind of equation? मेरा ऊंचा बोलो थोड़ा. Exactly. Like you have seen a new form of a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation खाली ये नहीं होती कि x square blah blah blah. It can be sine square plus. It can be in terms of. So this is a combination of a quadratic and a trigonometric equation. So you can call it a trigonometric quadratic equation. Both trigonometric and quadratic equation. So you can apply the quadratic formula, you can do that middle term breaking, whatever you do, okay? Now let's do this, this part C or B, or like B is again a simple question. You can suppose your tan X is Y, enough? So I'm just leaving this B up to you. So I'll be doing one of these C and D. Okay. So now let's do this C part, okay? Now this is 3 cos square x. Oh, again, this is where I should be doing the D part. I should be doing the D part, okay? The D part. Because there's already cos in it in the C part, there's nothing new, okay? So I should be doing the D part. 9D. So we have 2 sine square x minus cos x minus 1 equal to 0, okay? Now you see that there is a sine and there is a cos in it. What should we do now? The non-add math students, what should we do? The thing is, your equation can have only one chudel in it, okay? There are two chudels, one is sine and the other is cos. So we need to have one in it. How can we have the whole equation in terms of one thing? Sine or the cos or the tan? Exactly. So we can do nothing about this cos x over here, okay? But you have to look at this square wali term, है ना? Because these three identities, they all have squares on it. Remember, this square is a clue. This square is a hint for you, okay? So you see that, okay, हाँ यार, I can change this cos x into any other form, but I have this relation here This tells me, yes, I can write 1 minus cos square x instead of sine square x. क्यों भाई बच्चों? ठीक है? Okay, so we'll be writing it as 2 into 1 minus cos square x minus cos x minus 1 equal to 0. This is 2 minus 2 cos square x minus cos x minus 1 equal to 0 minus 2 cos square x minus cos x plus 1 equal to 0. You can take minus as common. So this is going to be 2 cos square x plus cos x minus 1 equal to 0. Now it is up to you. You can change your cos x with the y, or you can directly solve it. Okay. So I'll be saying, okay, let this cos x is equal to y. So this equation is now 2y squared plus y minus 1 equal to 0. So this is 2y. It is the same equation, है ना? वो जो ऊपर थी. Okay, 2y squared plus 2y minus y minus 1 equal to 0. 2y into y plus 1 into this. Okay, this is 2y minus 1 equal to 0. So you have y equal to minus 1, and you have y equal to half. Okay, and then we can say, okay, this y is basically cos x. Okay, so this cos x is minus 1. Where is cos minus 1? 180 degrees. Okay, so this is going to be 180 degrees, and again those typical values are repeating again and again. So this is going to be 60 60, because this is your cos x equal to half. So you have x as 60 and 300 degrees, and then you can write all the answers in an order. You have 60, 180 and 300 degrees. Do we have any question, Bacho? Nahin? So I'm going to stop this video here, and let me show you. You guys have to practice all the parts of this question number 9. Let me quickly ask you that what will you do in this part E, 9E? Just raise your hands. What will you do in 9E? क्यों भाई? The girl at the back, I think she's Tahira. Tahira, how would you deal with this 9e? This is 3 cos square x minus 3 equal to sine x. Huh? The question is 3 cos square x minus 3, that is equal to sine x. So how would you solve this? Or what is a problem that you find in this equation? You must know the problem first, and only then you can give the solution. Anyone who can tell that what is the actual problem with this equation? Yes, beta. You have both the sine and cos in the same equation. So how would you turn all of them into one color? Yes, beta.
Cos square x is equal to 1 minus sine x square.
So yeah, sine square x, exactly. So you will have to change this cos square x with 1 minus sine square x, है ना? Yes, 9g. You have got both cos square x and sine square x, and then there is sine x. So would you be changing the cos square into 1 minus sine square, or sine square into 1 minus cos square? Yeah, because there is a sine x. You can do nothing about that, okay? So you need to change that cos square into the sine square wali cheese. Okay? So I think you can practice this now. Question number 11 is a very unique question there. You have sine square x plus this is this. If you divide the whole equation by cos square x, in such questions, you can divide the whole equation by cos square x. You will be left all the tans in your equation. You can try that, okay? So now please, you have to do all these parts of question number 9. I'm finishing my video here.